Alright, hello everyone. We're gonna take a look at a very newly released RPG strategy thingy, as it's called Aarklash Legacy. Aarklash Legacy is published and developed by Cyanide, and if you don't know who Cyanide is, they're fairly famous for making the lovely but really janky Blood Bowl games on PC. Or I should say game with multiple editions. If you don't know what Blood Bowl is, well, just look it up. So, they're known for their buggy games, I guess we should say. Because, I mean, you know developers like that sometimes. Bethesda is known for good open world games with lots of bugs, etc. And Cyanide is kind of known for making janky, imperfect, but still enjoyable games. Aarklash, I have to say, is actually a nice improvement. I have hardly encountered any sort of bugs in this game so far. I just want to say that because it's surprising to a lot of people because it's made by Cyanide. The only weird issue that I just want to get out of the way first of all, because some people are talking about it, is that it seems to work your CPU more than it should. A little harder than it should. It doesn't like max it out or anything, thank goodness, but it seems to, I don't know. It seems to make my fans go way too fast. It's not a particularly great looking game. I mean, I think it looks pretty good, but it's not like graphical fidelity up the butt or anything. It just, there's no reason for it to require such a drain on your resources. So one thing I will say is go into the video and activate VSync. That will help the issue a little bit. I'd like to see a patch for this maybe. But one thing you also can do, and this goes for any game that seems to be using more CPU resources than it should, is to go to your task manager, Control Delete or Control Shift Escape to your task manager, and click on the tab that says Processes, right click on the game in question, in this case Aarklash, and go to Set Affinity, it'll be called, and you can uncheck some of your CPU cores so that it doesn't use all of them, so that it lessens the strain a little bit on the CPU if it seems to be using it too much. But for this game, I would recommend keeping it on probably 3 or 4 cores, or else it can start to have these weird slowdown issues. So again, I think maybe some optimization is in order in a weird way. It doesn't affect frame rate, it just seems to overwork your CPU a little bit, but not too bad. We all know there have been some games that have had like weird frame rate things where it went up to like 10,000 FPS and just like, melted your CPU. This doesn't do that, but it's still a little weird. So we're just going to go into it now. I just want to get that out of the way. So what is Aarklash? Aarklash is an RPG, and in the screenshots it kind of looks like a CRPG in the vein of things like Baldur's Gate, Icewind Dale, which I love, but it is not. It's similar, I have to say, but it is not turn-based or tile-based. It is actually real-time and not tile-based at all. It's actually more like an RTS in the way that it controls, meaning you have your units and you can right-click to send them places and right-click on the enemy to attack and things like that, and you can even bandbox your units and things like that. But it's definitely an RPG first and foremost. So let's get into it and show you. Here we are, in the beautiful world of Aarklash. Now, I say beautiful, this particular area isn't all that beautiful. That's mostly because it's horrifying, corrupted land, and there are actually some really nice crystal streams and forests earlier on in the game, but right now I'm in Acheron, apparently. Oh, a chest. I should get that. So, here's my party. They're beautiful. Your party is comprised of what essentially seem to be mercenaries in this world, which are called wheel swords. And you can have 4 of them at any given time, but you can select from more than 4. As you can see, I have 2 others that you can switch these guys out at any time. What's cool is you can actually position them. You can right-click and tell them to go anywhere you want, but you can position them automatically in a certain formation. So I have the strongest person as the tank up front. I have these 2 people as fighters, because I like them to be on the sides to flank. These have like directional abilities essentially, which I'll show off later. And this person is support because I like for her to hang back, but I'm going to change these out because these both have more important directionally controlled abilities, whereas she can attack from quite a range. So I'm going to do this. There we go. So as you can see, I've got my characters now, and they will stay in that formation wherever I click them to go. And, yeah, it's real-time and not tile-based. Combat works in this way. So as you can see by the map, I've got to go up here. So here we go. Let's just basically show off the game by playing it. Now, I'm not sure what this is, but it looks important. Oh, cutscene. The heck is that?
Patrons lead us into Devil's Way, from chase to surrounded. No good comes from this land. All spirits restless here.
Yub yub.
That
Whoa
what?
there! Identify yourself!
Nella, 'tis Mocha and Bolom of Iliasan Quor. Happy we are to hear your voice, rather than screams of dying.
Mocha, Bo! We are glad to see someone who's not trying to kill us.
Yes, but worse not over. Acheron no one's friend. They know, waiting for us, informed, prepared. Something wrong.
Yup, yup.
Only two. Others dead. Dead. Even Patron Guaman.
Yes, we are all that remain from our core. The brittle bones curse us, say wheel swords die for their treachery.
Lakshai said we'd be safe here, that there was an ancient agreement.
Need to tell the bonies, friendly as my number 2 wife they are.
Oh
This
my.
does not bode well. Our agreement with the Barons has been in place since the last battle of the Khyber Pass, when Acheron was sealed an age ago. The Goldmongers have traded news of the world outside in exchange for safe haven here.
Aye. Well, maybe we just outlived our usefulness.
Maybe it's that we just live. Mm-hmm. Doesn't seem to be a lot of that going on around here.
Fair
I
point.
feel there is something else. Whispered voices telling me.
But we must move with haste to the hold. Hopefully Lakshai and the other surviving patrons will be there. Something is not right here, and the sooner we find out...
Yes, but problem. Gate sealed. Old magic, blood magic. Stop the rattling men and us. No, we passed.
There is a way.
Oh, and what is that? There's...
In dusty vaults where bodies decay, the only thing that shines is what remains. A circle drawn in sand, 4 swords together, fellows, hand in hand. For the Quor, 1 per man. So find the spokes to find haven in this land.
What?
So sheath your steel, my brothers of the wheel.
Okay.
For sanctuary lies through the deep and beyond this seal.
Oh, aye, very pretty. And just what's that supposed to bloody well mean?
Yeah.
4 seals that represent the wheel. 4 seals to represent a Quor.
Core is basically a
The
squad, by the
signs
way.
of the guild will
A party.
lead us to them.
We are a
And
core.
you know where they are?
No. They
Oh,
are
good.
hidden even from my unblinking eyes. We must find them and break them to unbar our path.
We delay too long here. Enemies gather. Let us go destroy them.
My sweet is right.
Your counsel, my friends, as always, is true. To make haste, I say we break into 2 Quors to find these seals, and meet at the gate by sunrise.
If we live to see it, it will be a black dawn.
We will all live to see whatever morning brings. Denzel, Wendaru, and Bolam with me. 2nd Quor, Mocha, Knaka, Friends, and Lekloris.
Oh, wow.
Agreed?
A
So I'm gonna have
fine
2
choice
parties to
of
control?
quors,
That's
my
interesting.
lady.
New core?
Do not fret, my sweet. We will all be together soon. Wheel swords are we all.
Wheel swords all.
Wheel swords all!
Oh yeah. So as you can see, the voice acting is actually not bad at all. Each character has their own personality, and I think they're portrayed pretty well. So this is interesting. I'm gonna have to split up. Alright. So for now, I am controlling this party exclusively, it looks like. And I can't, yeah, I can't swap them out. Alright. So you can pause at any time, by the way, by pressing space or this little button, and it will pause automatically when you first encounter enemies. And it will also... Basically, there are options to set when you want it to auto-pause. I only have it set right now to pause when I see enemies, but you can have it to all kinds of stuff. Like, if one of your people goes down, you can set it to pause then, and stuff like that. So I guess we're just gonna... Whoops! We're just gonna go forward. And, oh, okay, enemies sighted. So here's the combat. Ooh, this guy is gonna be important, I feel. You can click on them to see their stats, which is nice. So pretty good damage, magic damage, and he's got a passive, Mortuary Shroud. Alright, so he'll fear everyone when he's killed if people are too close to him. He's also got some control abilities. All the abilities are basically color-coded. Let's see, Immobilize, that's not good. Manipulation, under a charm, that sucks. And Arcane 9, some magic damage, and then heals himself for twice that. Wow, alright, so this guy's got to go down. These skeletons are a threat, but not nearly as much as this guy. So, here's the tactical part. You select your members and tell them what to do. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to taunt that Spectre with my tank, Knoka. We're going to have friends go up here. We're going to have Lek go down here for a reason I'll describe later. And Mocha, who I've never used before, what can he do? Ointment of Mokoro. Bunch of restoration. He can use it on allies or enemies. That's interesting. It's a lot of MP, though. Holy crap. He has a crap ton of MP, though. And Mystic Essence. Ability to regenerate. Okay, so that will be useful for the tank. And right now, these other two abilities I can't use yet, because he's low level. When you first get someone, they can only have their first two abilities, then they level up and they gain more, and, well, again, describe more of that later. Alright, so here we go. I want friends. What's this? Dodge chances, speed of movement. This is interesting. I want to do this. It will place a bomb on my ally to hurt them, but it will do a ton of damage to all enemies. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to have Mocha do that to help heal him. And Lek is going to use this. Now this is a projectile that will deal a bunch of damage, but just like with a lot of these are directional kind of skill shot-like abilities, and if they hit your friends, they will hurt them instead. So you got to be kind of careful with how you use these. So I'm going to have him throw this ball that way. Boom. Alright. So he's immobilized right now. She is immobilized right now, as you can see. So she's not going to be able to do anything, which sucks, but that's what that spell is for. And friends, you go ahead and have a big hit of damage go that way. And you can fear that skeleton. Because we're going to have some more coming in soon. Alright. Now, that bomb is going to go off eventually. But we're going to kill that skeleton first. Alright, that's done. So, they're going to take a bunch of damage from that bomb. So what we should do, I feel, is start attacking these guys. Friends can do this to hurt his armor. And then Mocha can start attacking him. So let's do that. You'll be pausing a lot. At least you should be, really. Alright, this is about to go off, and kaboom! Bunch of damage. So, heal yourself. Get some life leech. And, go ahead and do this. Boom, big hit of damage. Alright. Earring. Now I should try to get away from that, because I don't want any of my guys to be feared. There we go. And Lek, move this way and use this. Friends, go ahead and prepare a heavy strike. And Knoka can use this again to hit both of these guys. Or just one of them. By the time it's off cooldown, boom, done. There. And that was a short battle for you. That's how it works. So now let's describe more of what just happened there. Everyone has 4 abilities. They all have 4. and only 4, kind of like a Dota style game. So that cements them in roles that are fairly flexible, but are still kind of specific, just like a character in Dota. So Konaka is a tank, has lots of damage output, but also hurts herself. Friends has a lot of heavy damage and some physical armor reduction. Lek has some interesting sort of debuffs and the capability to do a lot of damage in an area. He's very AoE. Mocha appears to have lots of healing, and he just got Spirit of the Ancients. Immunizes an ally against control effects, so that immobilization effect wouldn't have gotten Konaka to not do anything for a while, if I had that at the time. So let's talk about the characters themselves. Every character has an advantage and a weakness. So let's see, Mocha, he regenerates his mana 800 times faster for 5 seconds. So basically this guy's got like infinite mana. But his weakness is that when he's hit by an attack, he loses MP as well as HP. Konaka, she is healed every time she kills someone, but all of her skills consume her health. Lek, he recovers mana as he attacks, but he has no physical armor, and no equipment can give him physical armor. As you can see, this has +9 physical armor, but yet his armor is still at 0, because his weakness overrides any equipment. They all do. And Friends, he attacks faster as he keeps attacking, but he can't crit to help balance that out. So these passives basically define roles for them, and they balance each other out to kind of enhance or reduce the effects of each other, and they work in different ways with their abilities. Now, everyone has this very impressive looking skill tree for their 4 abilities. So as you can see, this started off as an attack called Sword Axe, which was a powerful, big magic damage hit. But once I got down to this point, I could choose. I could either continue along that path, and it'll be a big bleeding damage melee strike, or I turned it into Battle Noctis, which instead fires out a ball of energy, which, as you saw, it's not a melee attack anymore. It fires off like this forward-moving ball of energy. So that changes the way the skill works. All skills from all people have this. They have basically 2 paths that you can choose to send the skills down. And after they reach level 5, then you can start to upgrade the skills like this. So this Vitae treatment normally was a big health restoration and regen, but instead I changed it to Obscure Blood, which is a health restoration and a life leech. And, again, all of these have these branching paths. This is pretty awesome. This normally only did damage to 1, and now it's an AoE. I kind of want him as like a crowd control guy, so that's what I'm building him as. Friends, he's got a skill point that I can use. So what can I do? Right now, the first upgrades are basically just not really boring. They're just a slight increase in whatever the skill does. But then they get more exciting as you get to choose. So I think I want to upgrade this because that's a lot of damage. That's 200 more damage. So we're going to do that. And Mocha, he's not level 5 yet. So what's Flint Shard? That's what we'll get next level. On allies, a bunch of armor, and on enemies, it's reduction in armor. Alright, so he seems to be like a synergist to kind of buff, debuff, witch doctor-y guy. And also, they all have biographies, which is cool. You can learn about them. So, yeah. I would recommend reading all these because they're pretty interesting and they help you understand the characters' personalities. Like I said, I think the personalities are portrayed fairly well. Didn't I also get a piece of equipment? Interestingly enough, the equipment in this game is all accessories. There are amulets, rings, earrings, and relics. There are no weapons or armor or anything like that. I find that kind of interesting, and everyone can equip one of each. So I got a magic earring. They're like common, magic, rare, and epic. And this gives him a bunch of physical armor and some physical damage, so I'm going to give him that since he doesn't have anything yet. You can also, there doesn't seem to be any currency or shops that I can tell. Instead, you can recycle things. And when you recycle things, this meter builds up, and then once it's full, the type of item that you used on the last recycle, it generates an epic of that item. So if a ring was the last thing I used to recycle to fill it up, that last little bit, then it will give me an epic ring of some kind. So that's kind of the replacement for a shop, I suppose. Alright. Quick save. And let's go. Now, a lot of these have like optional chests and sometimes like little mini bosses. I actually fought a cool boss that reminded me of like maybe something like a raid boss in WoW. And that I had to keep positioning myself to keep the boss from healing and like avoid crowd control effects. And it was actually really cool. I had to keep on my toes the whole time. If I didn't keep repositioning myself, the boss would actually heal themselves up with these little projectiles, and I had to intercept the projectiles and make them heal me instead. But it was like a little optional boss fight. They got me some good loot, so we're gonna open up this chest. Ooh, a relic of the ancients. Alright, so we just got a bunch of stuff from that. There are lots of hotkeys to learn, but you can change them from the options menu, which is nice. So we're gonna go back here, make sure we're not gonna get ambushed for opening that chest. Go back to this point right here, because there's nowhere else to go on this side. And let's see what we can do to equip stuff. So we got this amulet, which isn't all that great, honestly, but since he doesn't have anything else right now, I might as well give it to him. A ring. Let's see. Max HP and multi-crit. And a ring of ash. That seems really nice. For like a healer kind of guy, that seems really good. And this, everyone else basically has something kind of better. Except for him. So there we go. An earring! That seems really good for Mocha, increases his healing done. And this, for him. And then I got an epic relic, Relic of the Ancients. That's physical armor, magic armor, healing done, mana regen, and max HP. So that seems just prime for Mocha. There we go. So nice. Alright, save. Continuing on. There are puzzles as well. That mini-boss I was talking about was actually like an air elemental. And there was just a really quick, easy puzzle that I solved that involved turning these statues to summon the little, basically optional mini-boss and things like that. There are tougher, more specific puzzles later on that you can do. Some are optional, some aren't, and things like that. This looks like a tarp. So here we go. Oh god, what is that? I don't want it to touch me, I doubt. Okay. There is a mage, but I'm sure that's not all. For some reason, I'm guessing that if I touch these, either they'll hurt me, or they'll summon more enemies. So, what I'm going to do is throw out a ball of hurt towards him really quick. Oh shoot, I shouldn't have done that because my tank ran in front of it. So as you can see, you can hurt your friends. Alright. The heck is a black paladin? What is he doing? Macabre Shroud. Physical armor of the target. Alright, so I'm going to do this to gain more physical armor. And I'm going to fear that paladin. I'm going to have Mocha immunize the tank, and I'm going to have friends go over here. Now here's what you can do. Instead of just doing this and maybe having him get hurt, like, or hurting someone else, you can hold left click and it orders them instead to move to that spot and then direct themselves. So that's a cool little UI element that just makes it easier to position your guys to prevent you from hurting your friends. So let's do that. Okay, and as you can see, a lot of enemies are firing off these slow-moving projectiles that I can move my guys out of the way of to prevent them from getting hurt by them. So this whole game has to do with teamwork, because since you only have 4 moves, just like in a DoTA style game, you have to work with your team in order to make them work right. And a lot of your team is very reliant on each other in order to actually do enough damage, basically, and survive. Crap. That paladin is feared, so he's moving around a lot. Let's do this to reduce his armor. And then have Lek do this. This is really powerful. It does some magic damage per second, but if they die while under its effect, it's just a huge hit of damage to all the enemies around it. So now we're going to have Mocha move up here and have him put some regen on Naka. As you can tell, if you right-click on your abilities, you can stack them up in kind of a queue. Yeah, that does appear to, like, drain health or something. Alright, so he's affected with this, like, Damocles effect. Now, I'm not going to be able to kill him right now, but what I can do is this. Put a bomb on him. and do a big hit of damage there. There we go.
Little bomb.
As soon as he gets the necessary MP, he'll cast that because it's queued up. Boom. As long as it hits an enemy first, the AoE won't hurt my friends. So he's gonna do that. Who's he targeting with it? The tank. Alright. So we're gonna use this again to help lessen the effect of that armor reduction. And friends is gonna do this. Lek, can you cast Death Wish on the priest, please? Because the priest is going to die soon. Nope. Alright. That bomb went off. There we go. We got him. Actually, he's being annoying, so let's do a burst to finish him. Oh, that didn't work at all. What? Oh, he's immune to damage for a couple seconds. Alright, I see. That's annoying. There we go. Alright. Okay. And when you're out of combat, everyone restores health. When one of your characters dies, they actually go down in kind of a co-op game fashion, and you can have your other characters revive them. But it takes a minute to revive them, and if they get hit while they're reviving, it makes it take longer and longer. So, that's a problem. Hang on. Alright, what does that do? Blocks mana regen. Okay, that's what those do. Now that I know. So again, as you can see, a lot of the combat in this game is all about positioning and teamwork. And I think that's really cool. That's kind of fresh. What this reminds me of is a combination of something like an older CRPG like Baldur's Gate, or a Tenebrae, with something newer like Dragon Age Origins. So what can these things do? Oh god, they deal magic damage, a lot of it. And they've got some crazy silence, shredding of skin, that's a lot of bleeding damage. Psalms of Blood, which is basically a life leech, and putrefaction of mana. Alright, so these things have got to die. The paladin is enough of a problem, but these things have got to die first. So let's see how they move. Alright. Let's do an AoE. Let's have him do that. Alright. And use this Bote Noctis here. Boom. Friends is going to move up this way. And then, actually, we'll just have him do this. Boom. No, wait. Never mind. First, let's have him reduce their armor. And then Mocha, let's immunize him. Alright, now that he did that, now let's have him shoot in that direction. Let's have Lek. Let's see, this one looks like it's at lower health. And Mocha, after you're done with that, give him regen. And let's see what happens. Alright, so this one needs to die now. So, Lek, you can't really do anything right now. You just continue attacking. You don't have enough SP. That's not good. Alright. Keep going. I'd like for you to use this if you could after your 8 seconds are up. I don't know if it's going to be quick enough. Shoot. This could be a bit of a problem. Alright. What is this? Kyber escape. Invisible. Alright, so that's annoying. Looks like killing this paladin might be a better idea. So let's have them, let's just have them all attack the pally. First. As annoying as these guys are, the paladin is a lot of burst. So let's get the paladin out of the way. And then we can focus these down, which seems to be the only way to kill them. Let's do this to him. Let's have you regen. He's attacking really fast. Boom. Alright. Reduce their armor. Hit them both. Yeah. And, first AoE. There we go. Heal him. Oh, they're gone. Alright. There we go. He now has the Flint Shard ability. Yay!
Spirits help
Alright.
living.
So we seem to be doing okay for right now. We're going to be looking to the sides here for extra loot and things, and continuously quick saving. Because this, I have to admit, is not an easy game. Okay. The priest is the biggest deal. So let's taunt the priest. Lek, move over here and hit that priest. Friends, reduce the priest's armor.
That will protect you.
And give it one big smack of damage to help it go down. And you get out of range of that thing. That doesn't matter for him because he doesn't use MP, so this little group should go down fairly easily, I think. Shouldn't be a problem. We're pretty well leveled for this for the most part. Alright. Ooh, an epic ring. Let's go up this way. Alright. We've got a little optional location up here. Cool. What the heck? Let's see what it is. Go for it. Excuse me.
Interest me. Spirit's not easy here, but feel right. After all, what is crypt but vault for people's old skin and worn bones?
Then we must enter.
As it and all is destined.
This might not be an optional area then. Oh. So maybe I should go back and explore the rest of that place. The wheel swords into a crypt, not knowing what horrors may lurk within. Before finding sanctuary at the Goldmonger's hold, they must first find and destroy the ancient seals. Alright, I see what this is. So I will be back to that place anyway. Gotta break the seals to gain passage. What is this? What? What? They're only letting one person through as well. Let me save really quick. This video does need to end soon. It has been going on for like half an hour. But I do want to see what this is. What happens if I walk into one of these? Teleports me. Alright, so this is like one of those puzzles I was talking about. A bit of a trial. It's like a bit of a trial. Okay. Whoa! Whoa! See. And my goal is obviously to get to that one, I suppose. So then would this work? Yeah. Those move me 1, the red ones move me 2. So that wasn't a difficult puzzle, but there are more difficult ones. There we go. There's not any optional loot or anything on the sides of these. Is there? Looks like there might be. I'll have to get to that later, I think. Oh, I could do it now. Because they disabled all... Alright, hang on. Save. What happens if I go in here? Boss fight? What the heck is that? Gargoyle of Acheron. Lot of damage abilities. Macabre Dive. Hateful Shredding. Bodily Mystic. Oh my, that's a lot of damage. And Distortion of the Soul. Alright. Naka, you taunt the crap out of that thing. Kanaka, rather. You go this way, and, damage. Wait. They moved. Damage. No! Don't. Okay, that was a mistake. You need to move back. Okay, this is a problem. Alright, ointment. The heck is going on? Holy crap. Ton of... Oh no! Okay, he went down. Like... Oh wow, they all went down really quick. I screwed that. I screwed that up horribly. I don't think I can get them back. Okay, I can. Alright. Lek. Beat the crap out of that. Matcha. Flint shard channel on that. So Kanaka can do this. and then attack it to get rid of it. Okay. Oh lord. No! Oh! He's channeling that thing. Ah, I see what's going on. Alright. Yeah. I have kind of screwed this up in a pretty advanced fashion. Can I target myself with any of these? No. Alright. Well, that's a problem. You need... Okay, never mind. I think I've lost this battle because I just screwed up the positioning really badly. And now you can see what happens when you screw up that positioning. You can very quickly find yourself dead. Very dead. Alright. Do that. Alright, everybody move out of the way. Okay. Wait, no, that's not what that meant. Gosh, this is a bit hectic. Alright, Lek. Get friends up. We need his burst. Knocka, I didn't mean to send you that way. I'm sorry. Go back.
I call upon the spirits.
Reduce his armor. No, Lek, what are you doing? Alright, this is a problem. Alright. Friends is back. Let's have him do that crazy burst attack in that direction. Knocka, get Lex back up. Shoot. There we go. Why isn't... I can't control him, and that means I lose. Yeah, I screwed that battle up hard. Let's try that one more time. Alright, I need to let them engage first. Alright, friends, this way, bomb, Mocha, Shard, Lek, Banish Blow that way.
Spirit foes refuse to break.
Do that, and then that. Alright. Do this. And heal him, please. Because he's about to take burst damage, which means you need to regen him now. There we go. Alright. Lek can put a Death Wish on him. And everyone needs to GTFO right now. Go, go, go. They're knocked down. Go, 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 get out of there. Alright. That's a problem. That does suck because that means I can't make good on this Damocles attack here. But we will do that and then regen him. We'll then make him die. And we'll do this. There we go. Ah, crap. Mocha's got a skill point now, that's good. You hit him as soon as you get up, and you get friends back up. This has been a sketchy, sketchy fight. Alright. Alright. We got that one that time. Barely, but we got it. So what happens if I poke that? Cannot activate. I see. Can I now? There we go. I guess that was the seal. I brokered the seal.
One less to worry about.
This is but one. We must not delay. The patrons wait.
Alright, there we go. All reduction effects are violent. Outlawed and condemned, the wheel swords flee the Lion territories. They wander through the behemoth into the eternal night of Acheron, land of the barons and the restless dead. Every child of Aarklash has shivered beneath the sheets upon hearing tales of the darkness that dwells here, but they must press on to find their patron Lakshai and answers to their plight. There we go. So, that's Aarklash Legacy, folks. I personally find it really, really interesting. I think the way that the way that it works is just, it's unique enough to give me this, I don't know, it's just this vibe of like, it's so different and refreshing to play, and that makes it a lot of fun. Alright. Change this from Shatter Concentrate to a longer range version, or Thermo Compression, which rebounds and knocks down an enemy. I think first we'll change this. I can either, let's see, it'll channel a bombardment like Dwarven Sniper, or make it longer range. That actually seems really useful, so let's do that. And now Mocha, I can upgrade one of his abilities for the first time. I think this would be good. There we go. Alright, there you go, folks. Bit of a long video, I know, that's kind of what I do. I'm trying to maybe decrease the general length of some of them, but again, showing off an RPG is not something you can do in a short form video, really. So there you go. I will put the link to the Steam page in the description if you want to check this game out. I would highly recommend it. Unfortunately, it does not have a demo, but hopefully this was another reason, you know, that's another reason that I made the gameplay so long, so to show you off the various systems in it. I find it really refreshing and interesting. It harkens back to some old school CRPGs, but also keeps some new, fresh ideas mixed in there, and it keeps it interesting to me. So there you go, everyone.